Hi there, welcome back. This is a video from the Math Doc talking about the distributive law. And the distributive law is something that you're taught really early on. And then we keep repeating it because it's really so important. And once you get into algebra, it becomes even more important because it becomes the basis for all of that factoring we do for polynomials. So what does the distributive law say? It says, and here I did this in a kind of in a generic form, not with numbers, but with variables. What it says is that A times B plus C, right, the addition of these two numbers here, equals to A times B plus A times C. And we also have the same thing for a difference here, for subtraction. A times B minus C equals A times B minus A times C. Let's look at a quick example. Say we have 5 times 7 minus 3. So if we do this without the distributive law, just directly, we'll get 5 times 7 minus 3 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. If we use the distributive property or law, we get 5 times 7 minus 5 times 3. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 3 is 15, and so that equals 20. So you see, when we open the parentheses, we have to take our number outside and multiply by both the numbers inside, not just by the first one, in order to get the correct answer. So what I would like to do in this video is just use one more complicated example that includes more than two terms and more than one parentheses, just so we can go through all the steps together and you can see how it's used even in the most complex situation. So let's look at, for instance, 4 minus x plus y times 7 plus y minus 2 times x. Okay, so this is just an artificial problem, and I'd like to show you what we actually do. And I'm going to use a few different colors so that it's clear. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take every number from this first parentheses and multiply it by every number in the second parentheses. And we will add or subtract it according to the signs before each one of these terms. So let's just get started and look at how it works. So starting with this 4, okay, we're going to do 4 times 7, right? 4 times 7. Let's do the next number in blue. We'll do 4 times y, right? They're both positive, so we can use plus. And then finally in green we have 4 times negative 2 times x. So we have minus 4 times 2 times x. Okay, those are our first 3 terms. Now we're going to get 3 terms also from our x here, which is the second term right here. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's use the red again. So we have negative x times 7. So we have minus x times 7. Then we have negative x times y. So that's negative x times y. And finally, we have negative x times negative 2x. Negative times negative makes a positive. So this is a positive. X times 2 times x. So those are the 3 terms that come from the multiplication of x. So our final terms come from multiplying the y, right? So we have y times 7, so that's plus y times 7. We have y times y. It's getting a little messy, so that's plus y times y. And then finally, we have y times negative 2x. Again, we have a negative, so we have minus y times 2x. Okay, and now we can add all these terms together. Okay, so what do we get? Let's look first at our first term here. 4 times 7 is 28. Now let's look at our next term, which is a y, right? So we have y times 4 here, but we also have y times 7 here, right, from the second term here, from here. So that's plus 7. What is our next term? Our next term is the x term, right? So we have plus x, sorry, times, this time we have a negative 8 because we multiplied 4 by minus 2x here. Okay, so we have negative 8. And we have a negative 7 here from multiplying x by 7. So we have minus 7 here as well. What is our next term? So we had these two terms, these four terms. Our next term is a mixed term of x and y. So we have minus 1 here from this first term. And then we have minus 2 over here from that last term there. Okay, finally, we have this term here, which is plus 2x squared. We only have one x squared term because it comes from the x multiplying the x here. And we have one y squared term, which is positive as well. Right? So we have 28 plus 11y minus 15x minus 3xy plus 2x squared plus y squared. And that is the end result of opening up these two parentheses for the this complicated multiplication. But what we've done again is we've taken every term in this parentheses on the left, so every one of these terms here, and we multiplied by every one of the terms here. And we added up or subtracted according to the sign in front of the two terms we were multiplying by. The important thing is that we multiplied both every term. Let's look at something a little simpler just to review this again. What if we have 5 times 7 plus x plus 2y? What will that equal? Again, 5 times 7 is 35. Now we'll multiply 5 by x plus 5x. And let's make this a little more interesting by using subtraction here. Minus 5 times 2y, which is 10y. Okay, so we've multiplied 5 by all of these. Now finally, one final clarification. I'll use a different color. What if we have 5 times x times 7 plus y? Okay, now we multiply 5x by 7 plus y. Okay, in this case we have 5x times 7 plus 5x times y. So we have 35x plus 5xy. I know it seems like we're looking at all the examples, but this is one final one to just clarify things. What if we have x times 7 times y? Okay, so here we don't have addition inside the parentheses. We have multiplication. If we have multiplication, we can just drop the parentheses, and then we have x times 7 times y. So we're not adding up 7 and y, we're multiplying them. So that remains the same. For instance, if we have 2 times 7 times 3, okay, so we have 2 times 21 equals 42. Okay, so that is the video about the distributive law, and it's very helpful in all the videos dealing with factoring and simplifying of polynomials. So hopefully it'll be handy and useful when you review those videos. Thanks for joining me. If this was helpful, please like and please join me for the next videos as well.